Welcome to my pushcart. This is a plug-and-play one-button remote start kit that fits 2007 to 2018 Jeep Wranglers with key start. You'll need to remove the plastic from around the steering wheel to gain access. There are 3 Torx screws that you'll need to remove. Once the screws are removed, the 2 halves of the steering column cover simply separate. You can pull down the tilt lock to make it easier to get the steering column cover off. Next, remove the plastic panel under the steering wheel. It's held in by only a few snaps. A gentle tug, and it'll pop off. The T-harness will plug into the screen module. That's the small box at the key cylinder. You'll see a plastic ring around the key cylinder attaching to the small box. There is a very thin fishing line size wire that goes from that box and wraps around the key cylinder and then back into the box. It reads the code from your key when the key is inserted. If too much pressure is applied, it'll break the wire and you won't be able to start your Jeep until the module is repaired. So be careful. There's a release tab you must press to be able to unplug the factory plug from the screen module. Pull gently on the wire and press the release tab at the same time. Once you get it unplugged, plug in the female end of the T-harness. Then plug the male end of the T-harness into the screen module. Be very careful when plugging it back in. Notice that I hold the back of the screen module when I plug it back in. This is to prevent any damage from happening. Once the T-harness is plugged in, test to make sure the car starts with the key. Now make all of your connections into the 2 modules. The Cool Start module gets the 3-pin antenna plug, the 6-pin power plug, and the 4-pin data link cable. On the Evo All module, insert the 20-pin white plug, then the 5-pin white plug, the 6-pin red plug. Now it's time to program the Evo All. With the 4-pin power plug disconnected, press and hold the Evo All program button. Plug in the 4-pin power plug. Let go of the button when you see only the blue LED. If you timed it correctly, the blue LED will light and stay solid blue. If it does not illuminate solid blue, unplug the 4-pin power plug and start over. Next, insert the key and turn the ignition on. The blue LED will turn off, and then in a few seconds, it will flash rapidly. Turn the key off and press the button on the side of the Evo All 1 time. The blue LED will turn off. Programming is now complete. To test the system, press and hold the button on the remote for 3 seconds and release. A few seconds later, the instrument gauges will all turn on, and in a few more seconds your Jeep will start. To shut down, press and hold the button again for 3 seconds, or press the brake pedal. Now we'll install the antenna. To get the best operating range, mount the antenna as high as possible on the windshield. Slip the antenna cable into the seam between the 2 plastic panels on the windshield pillar. Work it back and forth until the antenna side of the cable is between the upper plastic piece and the windshield, and then the remainder of the cable can be tucked along the outside of the lower piece of plastic trim. Use the 2-sided tape on the antenna to attach it to the inside of the windshield, then tuck the cable underneath the plastic trim and out the bottom of the dash. Route the end of the cable to the LC module and plug it into the antenna port. Once the antenna is connected, you can gather the excess antenna cable along with the rest of your wiring harness and zip tie it into one tidy bundle. Find a place under the dash to store the 2 modules. You can use the zip ties provided with the kit to secure them under the dash. Reassemble the panels, put in the 3 Torx screws you removed, put the lower dash back on, test the remote start again, make sure everything is still working properly. Enjoy your remote start kit from my pushcart.